So landlords out there with 3, 4 or 5 properties, and you want to know how to transfer them into a limited company without paying SDLT and CGT. There's one simple solution. Now, if you were to transfer them over, you would have to pay stamp and you'd have to pay CGT. And that's generally what's stopping you. But by keeping them in your personal name, you have to pay income tax on the gross rent. So easily 40%. So here's a little tip from me to you for free that you may not have thought about, but you might have thought about. And this is why I'm sharing this with you, because sometimes I think of these things and other people just don't. Easy way out of this is, now it may not be easy. You might think it's not actually doable. For some of you, it might not be, but some of you, it might be. So we raise capital against the properties that you've got already. And then we use that money to make up the numbers. So for example, if you've got 3, we buy 3. If you've got 4, we buy 2. If you've got 5, we buy 1, using the money that is in the properties already and using those for deposits. Now, of course, you're going to need tons of money ahead because you're going to have to pay stamp duty and you're going to have to pay a deposit and you have to pay legal fees. So buy something as far north as possible as you can, as cheap as you can, to keep all of those expenses down and acquire further properties to be part of your portfolio. And as soon as you've purchased them, you create a partnership with whoever you are named on there. If it's on your own, you can add somebody in, like a partner or a child or whoever, to create a partnership and then hold on to that for a number of years, at which point then you will incorporate. And as soon as you've incorporated into an LTD, you are allowed to shift all 6 assets, because there's a rule, if the rule of 6. When that happens, that's where we come in, and we will shift the loans that are existing from those properties into limited company mortgages in one hit. We've also got solicitors who will assist with the transaction in one hit, who are also familiar with it, because don't make the mistake of thinking I'm going to do this myself. There are solicitors out there who, we've tried this with, we had actually this client, and when it was early days, the amount of solicitors that we spoke to that said, no, you can't do this. This isn't right. We need to do this on the forms. So it's really important that the forms are filled out properly and the right information is put on them. And the solicitors that know how to do it correctly are going to do that. Otherwise, HMRC will come banging for CGT. And obviously you're paid stamp duty when you purchase anyway, but you don't want to pay stamp duty when you transfer them all into your LTD. So this is one way of doing it. It's a little bit of a to-do, but it does spare you potentially hundreds of thousands of pounds in tax that you've already paid before SDLT. So why the hell should you pay it again? So I thought I'd share that with you because you might appreciate it. And if you do me a favour, like, share, follow, Google review, whatever. Do that. Subscribe so that you don't miss out on more videos like this. Go on, hit the subscribe button now.